man's eating out of a lunchbox in his car and that. Man still ain't allowed to use the canteen, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It's peak, fam. I can't lie,
Man's eating Lunchables in the car.
broski. Man's human rights are getting in tatters right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the way they're treating my guy is crazy. You know, like that. It's actually crazy, bro. And it comes on a day where I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing like ESPN posting the Maguire stuff, like bare footballers saying, "Oh, like the big man and all the congratulations for man's dead goal against Copenhagen, blood." Do you know what I mean? Against some butchers, fam. You know what I mean? Them man are there slicing bacon and that. These part-timers, blood, that we just scrape past, and these guys are celebrating Harry Maguire like he's not still trash. And then you actually look here at how this club is treating Sancho. It's an absolute disgrace, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can't control how the fans are booing Maguire and that. And listen, they got their reason to boo Maguire, blood. If man them pay for tickets, yeah, and they decide that they want to boo this guy because he's rubbish, they could boo him. Do you know what I'm saying? I see them man posting stuff on Instagram of Maguire taking corners and that, like with both feet and that, some corner challenge, some old thing from when he was at Sheffield United. These men trying to do this Maguire prop so badly to try and make him look like a decent player when we all know he's useless. Do you know what I'm saying? Sancho's an actual player, and my man's eating in a lunchbox, blood, in his car, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? A man's got to lock himself and change in the changing room. These men are treating him like he's Jimmy Savile and that. Man's got to change away from the youths and that. This is what these men are doing.
It's mad. They're not even allowing him to use the microwave. Like, he can't even heat his little packed lunch in the microwave.
Oh, it's crazy.
And you know what? Certain players are going to be looking at that thinking, rah, so if I put a foot wrong, or if I have a fallout with the manager, is this the treatment I'm going to get? Like, you know, players they got friends, obviously. They're probably not friends with everyone, but certain men are going to be feeling like, yo, how are you treating my guy like that? Or like, is this really warranted? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Bro, is this been confirmed though? Yeah.
Bruv, it's confirmed, bro. This is the Athletic and Laurie Whitwell, yeah, who is a journalist very close to the club. Do you know what I mean? So, like, bro, like, it's infuriating when I see that. Do you know what I mean? Of course it's not legal. Of course it's not legal. And I hope that Sancho and his team sue these guys, because what these guys are doing, yeah, not only is it illegal, yeah, but it's immoral. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yeah, this ain't even about football no more. Do you know what I mean? This is like, yo, on a personal level, the manager's just trying to bad him up, bro. And this is why I said this is bullying, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing making man train by himself. Because I remember, like, I think Aubameyang trained on his own at one point. I think David Beckham had to train on his own at Real Madrid as well. But making man train with the youths, can't use the canteen, all these extra things is a vile, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an absolute violation. And why? What? Because man wouldn't apologize to you. You're taking the piss, bro. That's what you're doing, bro. You're actually taking liberties, bro. And it's one of them ones where 100% it's an ego thing, but also in a situation, yeah, where people talk about mental health, and this is why, you know, people are idiots. You know them ones. Bruv, I don't like to get too into this mental health stuff anyway, because you get me. It's not something that, bruv. It's not something I like to get into, because there's people on both sides of the fence. Do you know what I mean? There's people that are like, oh, everything's mental health here, until something happens to someone they don't like, and then all of a sudden no one's thinking about mental health here. If these men think for 1 second, yeah, because here's my logic. If they think for 1 second, yeah, when Sancho wasn't in the team last season, yeah, that the manager was being patient with him and doing all these things because mental health this and mental health that. If, for instance, he was going through like mental health situations, yeah. If he was, how do you think that treating him like this is gonna do? Do you think this is gonna improve his mental health, or is this gonna make the situation worse? If this is a player that you think, yeah, has mental health issues, yeah, I don't think the way Sancho's behaving now has mental health issues. This is just a normal, you tried to bad him up, he's not having it. I know bear man from where I'm from that are like that. I'm like that. You can't bad me up like that. That's crazy.
Mm.
You know, like that. I'll park in the manager's parking spot, blood. Man done that to me, blood. I turn up to training early, park in his parking spot, leave my whip there, bro. Then you have to come and talk to me.
Mm.
Yeah, because you know them managers there, bro, trying to avoid you and that about you sending lunchbox. Nah, bro, it's for I'll park in your parking spot. You have to come and talk to me yourself. You know, like that. And this is what it is. So with the situation, if you believe that he's someone, yeah, that mentally has been affected in the past, yeah, the fact that you're treating my man like this, yeah, how do you think that's gonna affect his mental health even more, bro? Because you're bullying him. You open the door for the press to start bullying him as well by drawing him out in public, because this should have never left the dressing room. Do you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, people from the club are leaking this information about this Sprez eating out of his whip and getting changed in his car. What has he done? What has he done to deserve this kind of treatment? And that's why I'm not buying into this. Oh, Ten Hag cared about his mental health and he did this and he didn't care about nothing, bro. People are putting 2 and 2 together and getting 22. They don't know why Sancho was where he was or what he was doing and what the manager thought about it. The truth is the managers never liked him. That's the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you don't go from having time for someone and caring about someone's mental health to treating them like that in the space of a few months. It's impossible. It's impossible. So let me tell you for a fact, yeah, the manager ain't never messed with him, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So when people are like, oh, he tried, the manager didn't try nothing. The manager didn't try nothing. This guy's an arrogant egomaniac, bruv, and he's got the ego of a manager that's actually done stuff in football. He ain't done nothing, bro. What has he done? Won some Mickey Mouse leagues, bro. That's all he's done.
Which is shocking because he's coming from Ajax, where they've got a youth model. You would believe that he would have the man management ability to be able to handle young players.
You don't need man management when you're dealing with youths coming through. You know why, Northside? Because I've been in the academy setup. These youths can't answer you back because they're scared for their lives. Because if they answer you back, they might not get a pro contract. Do you know how competitive when you're in the academy? Most of the time, only 1 or 2 guys get a pro contract. When you're trying to get your adult deal, yeah, you're in a squad, yeah, of 20 odd people, and you know that maybe 1 or 2 might get the contract. No one ain't stepping out of line, bro. It's easy to manage these youths, blood, because everyone's fighting for the survival, bro. They don't want to end up in the football league. You don't want to get released from like Man United and then end up playing in League One or League Two or the Conference. So these men are not answering back, bro. Dealing with them youths, it's easy to deal with these youths because these men are shook. Do you know what I'm saying? This manager's claim to fame here is bottling a lead against Spurs, blood. Weren't they like 3-0 up?
It's mad. But listen, if you really cared about the guy, then you'd get a specialist involved and be like, right, let's get somebody that works with mental health and things like that. If you know you really care about someone, there's times where you aid them towards a specialist. Now you aid them towards a specialist and be like, right, I'm gonna get you this treatment. I'm gonna set it all up. You ain't got to sort it all out. You're not in the right headspace. I'm gonna give you this number. I'm gonna set it all up. We'll put it on the company card. We'll put it on Man United. What's it? Pennies to you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? We care about this guy. Let's get him mentally fixed up. Cool. We'll back him. We'll help him. We'll support him. We'll do whatever. We'll go to the specialist and say, listen, what have you diagnosed? Is there anything that you could tell me that's not, confidential? And then from there, we will assess the situation. You know what I mean? And how to deal with him, because I'm not a specialist in mental health. If you really care about someone, that's what you do. You lead them down a professional route. You don't start bashing them.
But bro, bun all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Bun all that. Like, on a human level, yeah, if you know, yeah, that someone has gone through something, because people are saying, he sent him to Holland. Bruv, the reason why Sancho was in Holland is because this guy's a narcissistic control freak. And this brother probably said, you know what? If he's not going to be here, let me send him somewhere where I know people, yeah, so they can tell me what's going on at all times. That's the only reason why he went there. And Sancho said, all right, cool, I'll go, innit? He didn't send him there because he cares about him, bruv. Don't get it twisted. He don't care about no one. That bro only cares about his job. That's all he cares about, and that's fair enough. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, man management will always be the most important part of football, yeah. And if you don't know how to deal with people, yeah, you're not gonna win nothing, bro. Do you know what I mean? I actually watched the I watched, well, no, I didn't watch it. I listened to the overlap thing with Craig Bellamy today with Gary Neville, because Craig Bellamy is a funny character, blood. And he was saying about how so Bobby Robson dealt with him in it when he was doing bad man things. So Craig Bellamy was a goon. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, listen, I dealt with Romario. Like, you're a little man. Like, there's nothing you could do that's mad enough for me not to be able to deal with you, because I've dealt with Romario. Do you know what I'm saying? And Romario was a madman. You understand? So when you've got experience with dealing with big players, dealing with big personalities and stuff like that, yeah, that's why you get goats like Sir Alex Ferguson. What's Ten Hag done, bruv, in his career? Who's he managed? Who's he managed? Do you know what I'm saying? Because man can't turn around and say that Sancho's hard to manage, bro. Who have you managed? No one. Legit. Who's the biggest, baddest player, most complex character you've ever managed, bro? Your CV's dead, bruv. And you're at Manchester United, bro. Your CV's whack. When you actually look at it, this is Manchester United. This is big Manchester United. This is crazy. Who's on your CV? Who's your Romario, blood? Do you know what I mean? Who's your R9, blood? Noah Lang. That's your R9. This guy's a bum. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, you cannot tell me that Sancho's hard to manage. It's impossible, bruv. He's a little quiet youth, blood. He's a little quiet youth, blood. And you know what's funny, yeah? When you look at, when you actually look at some of the reports that's coming out from the people around the youth team, they're saying, yo, that all the youth team love him. Do you know what I'm saying? Man turns up to training. He's training with them. He's spending time to chill with them and chat to them. Him and fucking Kobe Mino went to watch their game, blood. Man pulled up in his own time to support the youth team and watch them play in his own time. If he was a bad youth, he wouldn't be doing that, bruv. If he was a bad youth, he'll say, all right, cool, I'm going training, I'm going home, I ain't chatting to these man. They're not on my level. Because, bro, that's how they're trying to portray the youth. Do you know what I mean? So
what
if they're trying to portray it,
about this? What do United fans say about this?
I don't care what they're saying. There's bare these waste man tweeting. I'm not on that app like that. You know them, so I don't know what they're saying.
Are they backing it though?
I know what I'm saying, blood. I don't know what they're saying. A lot of these men think that what Ten Hag's doing is acceptable. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling man, for real, like, it's a piss take, bro, and it's unacceptable, fam. And if Sancho was the bad youth that they're trying to make him out to be, he wouldn't have been carrying himself like this. Do you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have, because if you look, for instance, you look at Sancho right now, and to be fair, I've seen a lot of footballers come out and say that they back Sancho. I ain't seen any fans come out really backing him like that. I've seen loads of footballers. I see Callum Wilson come out the other day saying, yo, Sancho's a good youth. Like, this is a mad thing on his thing with Antonio. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of footballers are looking at this Sancho thing saying, hold on, I know this youth. He's not a bad youth. Like, this is weird. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these big Man United platforms are going to deep throat the manager because they need to get into press conferences. I don't care. So I don't need to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? If Sancho was a bad youth, you would have heard rumors of maybe him not training well with the under 18s. Because if certain man, you send them to the under 18s, they'll just be like, bro, man ain't taking this serious. Man ain't chatting to these youths. Man's actually there. He's actually there, kicking ball with them, spending time with them, going to watch them play, like giving them a bit of wisdom, like spitting game to some of these young G's, and he's actually using the time to endear himself to them, because there's been reports from the people down there saying, yo, he's a good influence around them, and you get me, and they're happy to have him around, and he's actually taking time with them. So the character they're trying to portray him as, that's not who he is, blood. And a lot of footballers can vouch for that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So the way man's moving is brazy. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you see, at the time, when Ronaldo came out and went on Piers Morgan and was moving brazy, I was looking at it and I was saying, yo, this is crazy, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? I was actually looking at this and thinking, yo, this is crazy. But you know what? It's like Ronaldo just showed, his temperament, bro. A lot of man can't take the disrespect. And to be fair, respect to Sancho, because he's taking it humbly. Do you know what I mean? And he's just got on with himself. Ronaldo probably said, you know what? Bun this guy. I'm lighting him up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I first saw it, I was like, nah, Ronaldo don't need to be doing this. Do you know what I'm saying? But now, the more I see what he's doing to Sancho, I can understand why Ronaldo said, rah, I'm not going out like this. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going out like this. This is brazy. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And that's why Ronaldo said, you know what? I'm going to amplify this message here as loud as I can. At the time, I thought, yo, this is a disrespect. But now hindsight is always 2020. Now I'm looking at what he did, yeah. And it's like, he's probably thought this is the only way that I can get this message out there loud enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this guy's actually violating. And bearing in mind, he never said what the manager done. That's the one thing I don't like about Ronaldo done. It was bare cryptic. He was like, oh, he disrespected me. But how? Tell us what he did. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that he's done this to Sancho, yeah, I know, I can only imagine Ronaldo, how he violated Ronaldo, blood. I can only imagine.
That makes sense, because like for Portugal, obviously I watched Portugal. Ronaldo actually fell out with Fernando Santos in the last World Cup. Fernando Santos, when we played Morocco, Morocco, innit? Morocco, where they beat us, yeah. Ronaldo was put on the bench. Ronaldo didn't start that game, yeah, and he wasn't happy. But not one time did he come and do an interview like a Piers Morgan thing against Fernando Sancho, saying that he's this and he's that, and I don't rate him and that. You could see he wasn't happy and he was vexed when he was on the bench, but he never outed him like that. Do you know what I mean? And then we got a new manager. We didn't hear anything about it. You could just see it when the camera pans to him that he wasn't happy because he wanted to start. So to be honest, when things weren't going for him at Man United under Ten Hag, he outs him. If it's just about that things ain't going Ronaldo's way, to be fair to Ronaldo, if it was just about that, then he should have done it for Fernando Santos as well. But he didn't. He didn't light him up like that. He didn't really say much about it. Do you know what I mean? He kept quiet. He didn't go on a Piers Morgan thing. So yeah, there must be something in it now that you're saying it, because he handled the Fernando Sancho situation completely different, bro. Completely different.